Hello everybody and welcome to my 25th VBA 2010 tutorial, and this tutorial is going to show you how to use while loops. So we've got used to for loops now, so we know how the concepts of looping in a program works. A do while loop is just going to give you the ability to make something loop whilst a certain criteria equals true. So what we're going to do in here, we're going to put a dim user response. Make sure you spell it right loads before you get to the end of it. And then user response equals input box, and then do you like pie? So we're just going to ask them whether they like pie, and then we're going to make them say yes/no. And then let's just test if they've put yes/no. So if user response equals yes or user response equals no, make sure you put it in your speech marks to say that they're strings. Then and if. So we only want to run it if they're putting in the right thing, because if they're not going to listen to what I'm saying, then they don't deserve to be running the program. So let's just test that they're true. We want them to be yeah, or. So, and then we're going to use our while loop. So let's just put do while, and then user response equals no. And then that's the start of our loop. So we put do while to say that we're going to do a while loop, and then we're going to put a boolean statement. So the boolean statement I've put is user response equals no. So as long as the user is putting in no, this section of code is going to loop, and we tell it to loop just by putting loop at the end of it. So we don't use next like we do in a for loop, we put loop at the end of it. So just remember that difference and don't get confused between the two, because then your code won't work. Then, so if the user responds as no, we're just going to keep asking them, because I'm a little bit mean like that, and I bloody love pie. So if they're going to say they don't like pie, then I'm going to keep asking them until they say they do. So user response equals input box, do you like pie? And then we just close this off. And so it's just going to keep going until they put in yes, at which point it's gonna carry on after the loop. So after the loop, here they've admitted they like pie, so let's just put a message out on the screen and see, I knew you liked pie. And so let's just press play on this now, and I'll show you what's happening. So it's going to ask me whether I like pie. I'm going to put no, I don't like pie. And it's going to ask me if I like pie. No. And then no. And seriously, I don't like pie. And it's not going to have it, so eventually we'll put yes, because we got bored of arguing. And then, see, I knew you'd like pie. So that's how you would use a while loop. Obviously, using it for forcing people to like pie is the key objective that I'm sure all of you had when you started watching these videos. So, but you can use it for many other things. So just remember that you do whilst, and then a boolean statement equals true. And if it doesn't equal true, as soon as it doesn't equal true, it's going to come down here and it's going to carry on the code afterwards. So that's how you'd use a do while loop. In the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use a similar type of loop called a do until loop. So thanks for listening, and I hope to catch you in the next tutorial.